These people couldn't believe what they were seeing on the street. An unbelievably massive globe standing in the middle of the city. Just imagine waking up in your hotel room and suddenly finding this outside your window.
You could not miss this, right? It's like so big.
It's like someone put an entire planet inside the Earth, as if some giant placed on land a giant basketball.
Look at this. Isn't that so fun? I love it.
Sometimes it even interacts with you.
Oh, I don't think he likes it. All right! Doesn't like it at all.
And I assure you, Knifethumb, this is all real. It's not at all edited. So, what is this thing? And why do you need to finish this video and know the truth about it? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story behind the biggest sphere ever built on our planet.
Okay, that is super trippy once you get close to it.
It cost a whopping $2.3 billion just to create this. And quite fittingly, you can find it in Las Vegas, one of the flashiest cities in the world. Now listen closely, because this giant engineering miracle might just change everything.
It is humongous.
I mean, just look at this. We're talking about a structure that is 366 feet tall and 516 feet wide. And it's so big, it's close to the size of the Great Pyramid of Giza. But guys, for you to see what's really unbelievable about this sphere, you gotta look closer. Because the MSG sphere uses an area of 168,000 square feet for all its 1.2 million LEDs, making it the single largest LED screen in the world. In simpler terms, think of an average 55-inch TV and then multiply it by 60,000.
Look at all these lights. What is that? That's what the lights look like, and then you can actually see through the building.
Make it play anything you can think of. From a terrifying eyeball, to a jaw-dropping basketball, to a magical planet, a mesmerizing moon, or hypnotizing art. And that's just the outside. You definitely don't want to miss the crazier stuff inside. No wonder this mathematical magic, or should I say miracle, took almost 7 years to finish. The perfectly spherical MSG sphere was so impossibly ambitious that they had to use a separate crane to assemble one of the largest cranes in the world, transport that largest crane all the way from Belgium to USA, and then make that largest crane lift some of the heaviest materials to build a 13,000-ton steel roof. This is the special piece of the sphere that pretty much holds everything together. Imagine a solid specialized roof weighing as much as 2 Boeing 757s with only trust in the laws of physics and mathematical calculations stopping it from crushing everything and everyone. Science is freaking amazing. But we're only warming up, because next you need to see the crazier features inside that will definitely end up on your bucket list of things you want to do before you die. It's like watching at an IMAX cinema, plus viewing a planetarium, plus wearing VR goggles while fully immersing in whatever show you paid for. And it's not fantasy, it's fully operational. The legendary band U2 just held a concert there. The screen on the inside wraps around the curve of the sphere for 15,000 square meters, making it the largest wraparound display you can ever find on Earth. And because this is the first of its kind, MSG Sphere has an entire production house with its own camera system that will exclusively create the best possible content using 18K footage. So how does it feel to be a part of the audience inside? They've got not 3D, but 4D machines, creating wind, temperature, and even scent to match what you're watching on the giant screen. Meaning, if you're watching an adventure movie, your seat could actually shake. You might feel wind in your hair, and you might even be able to smell scents matching the scene. Wow, could this be the future of entertainment? Because if you've ever been disappointed by sitting too far from your idol at their concert, the MSG Sphere will also give you a lot of hope, defying expectations of experts.
And that's because the sphere is actually one of the worst shapes for acoustics, because the sound, it bounces around the hall and it gets muddled.
The MSG Sphere can seat as many as 18,000 people, and it has built-in 167,000 speakers. That's about 8 to 9 speakers made for every person. And so wherever you're seated, whether near or far from the stage, its insane technology will give you an equally highly stimulating experience. Now, let's take it up a notch. You know what else could this mean for the future? Well, because of these unique audio features, if the MSG Sphere is ever used for a serious global event, it can even project a world leader's speech in different languages at the same time to different parts of the audience. Add to this the fact that they will deploy 5 identical humanoid robots as assistants inside the sphere.
Hey, Jem, welcome to Sphere.
We really have to brace ourselves for this next era of entertainment, where technology, science, and art combine. Everything so far sounds perfect, right? So then, why are people objecting to a plan to build the same attraction over in London? Well, a quick read of the comments reminds us that not all flashy things are perfect. If I was driving by this, I would crash. The sad reality is the only folks who will profit out of this are people who are already rich. We began to see the environmental impacts of human activity, and now we're looking for ways to consume energy massively. Bravo. And you see, they're not wrong. As amazing as this building is, the MSG Sphere is reportedly expected to consume 529 times as much electricity per year as other huge commercial buildings use. Not to mention the valid criticism that such a shiny attraction can do 2 horrible things. One, that it projects light so blinding it could disrupt the sleep of people around it. And number 2, it definitely can distract drivers and pedestrians, leading to more accidents.
Oh, cool. You see everybody in traffic is all watching it as well.
But perhaps nothing's more scary than one proven shady practice the MSG Sphere did. Its mastermind, James Dolan, was criticized for using AI-based facial recognition to identify attorneys involved in cases against the MSG company. Once detected, they were kicked out of MSG properties. So how can people coming to a place like this feel safe that their privacy won't be violated? Well, despite these concerns, others are still excited to see how this magical structure can paint a better future. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in person. Pictures and videos don't do it justice. I don't care how tacky people say this is. I love this thing. Having unique flashy oddities like this makes the world a little more fun. And with that said, Night Fam, I leave you with a question to think about. Do you think we as a society just open an exciting door of new creative possibilities? Or did we just create a potentially massive problem just hiding under hypnotizing sparkly lights?